This is KSP Breaking News, the hottest and the craziest news from the Kerbal attempts to reach the stars and dominate the solar system. The breaking news is brought to you by GrunfWorks, a one-man reporter show bringing you all the action straight from the Kerbal Space Center. Last week's attempt to launch Lodzen Kerman resulted in minor failure due to the SSTO design gap. The engineers claimed that the fault was incorrectly calculated thrust-to-weight ratio as well as delta-V on board the spaceplane, making it a viable aeroplane but not really the single stage to orbit as initial designs promised. Scientists and engineers are working around the clock to fix the design gap, and the initial tests performed by our very own Jebediah Kerman look promising. While it is not entirely sure if this design will be fully capable of reaching orbit pretty much ever, it is safe to assume it will be able to perform some cool suborbital hops. In other news, Lodzen contract still needs to be fulfilled, which led to a massive design overhaul in terms of the craft taking him there. Instead of flying up in a spaceplane, Lodzen shall be hitching a ride with Jebediah on top of a massive craft aptly named Commsat deployer, on a mission to boost Kerbin's communication satellite network with not by one, but 3 satellites. This is a very little information about the craft and characteristics and design, but we will be posting those in our next week's design special, the Commsat deployer, a special episode of Kerbal Engineering coming to you Tuesday next week, so tune in. Back to Jebediah and Kerman, the overall deployment of the communication satellites went successfully, although their orbits were a bit wonky and not perfectly synced to ensure the best coverage, but engineers assure us that with the latest software upgrade containing the Kerbal Engineer Reduc add-on, improved telemetrics shall be available, making it possible to better sync them in the future. Jeb and Lodzen entered the Kerbin atmosphere around 11 p.m. time Zulu, and their parachutes deployed successfully, resulting in their safe recovery. No science advancements have been made, but a big spike in the publicity and the popularity of the space program in general was achieved by announcing the first space tourist coming back to Kerbin, alive. For more KSP news, be sure to check our update next Friday. I have been your host GrunfWorks, and if you want to support the KSP news in the future, be sure to leave a like and let us know what you think of the KSP news format in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.